Dear soul, the angels brought me a message today that echoes deeply in the silence. There's someone on your mind, someone whose presence or absence weighs uniquely on your heart. The angels reveal that this person has loved you in silence for what felt like an eternity. This love wasn't loud, not shown through grand gestures or words declared to the world. It was a love kept hidden, tucked away in the depths of their soul, perhaps even disguised by distance or apparent indifference. But dear soul, this indifference was never real. It was a layer, a protection that this person placed around their most vulnerable feelings. The angels show that behind this facade, there was a sea of unspoken emotions, contained affection, secret admiration that grew each day. This person felt a special fondness for you, a connection that went beyond the surface, something that drew them to you in an inexplicable way. It was as if your light, your energy, your very essence had ignited something within them that they didn't know how to handle. And not knowing how to express all this, they chose silence. A silence that might have seemed empty to you, but for them it was filled with thoughts, stolen glances, moments when your name invaded their mind without permission. The angels show that this silent love was born from genuine admiration. They saw qualities in you that perhaps even you yourself didn't notice. Your strength, your resilience, the unique way you deal with life, all of this deeply captivated them. And the more they observed, the more this feeling grew, becoming something too powerful to be simply ignored, but fear paralyzed them. The fear of being vulnerable, the fear of not being reciprocated, the fear of ruining the connection that already existed. This fear made them build walls, made them keep their distance, made them hide what they felt behind a reserved or even distant behavior. The angels say that this person struggled with these feelings. They tried to convince themselves that it was just fondness, just admiration, something fleeting that would soon pass. But time, instead of erasing, only reinforced the truth of what was in their heart. Every time they saw you, heard your voice, felt your energy, the feeling came back even stronger. And the silence, which once seemed like protection, began to become a heavy burden. The angels reveal that this person longed to express themselves. They longed to be able to say how much they valued your presence, how much your company did them good, how important you were to them. And this lack of expression created an anguish, a sense of something incomplete within them. Now, dear soul, something has changed. The angels show that this person has reached a point where the weight of silence has become unbearable. The fear of speaking is still there, yes, but the fear of regretting not having spoken has become greater. There's a subtle urgency in the air, an energy that something is about to be released, to be said out loud. This person has realized that continuing to hide what they feel leads them nowhere. On the contrary, it only takes them further away from the possibility of experiencing something true, something their heart yearns for. The angels say that this person has reflected deeply. They've begun to question why so much fear, why deprive themselves of a genuine connection. And in this reflection, the truth has become crystal clear. They loved you in silence, but this silence prevented them from loving fully. This person is preparing to speak. It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but the moment is approaching. And when it comes, dear soul, it won't be with half words. It will be with the truth they've kept hidden for so long. The angels are orchestrating events so that this confession happens at the right time, when both of you are ready to receive and process this truth. The universe is creating the circumstances for the path to open, for the words to find their space, for the silenced truth to finally find the light. This person feels they can no longer delay. There's an internal pressure, a drive pushing them forward to finally say everything they've hidden. And this is a sign that they are moving towards authenticity, towards the courage to be who they truly are and to express what they truly feel. The angels show that this confession will not only be about the love they feel, but also about the fears that paralyze them, about the reasons why they chose silence. It will be a complete revelation, a surrender of the soul that has been kept under lock and key. And when this truth is spoken, dear soul, it will have the power to transform the dynamic between you, to open new possibilities, to heal wounds that perhaps you didn't even know existed. The angels invite you to open your heart to this possibility, to release any expectation or judgment, and simply be ready to listen to what this person has to say. Because the words that will come will be the words of a heart that loved in silence, but finally found the courage to speak. And this is one of the purest and truest expressions of love that exists. Being ready to receive this truth is an act of strength, an act of openness to what the universe is bringing into your life. Before continuing the message, write this mantra in the comments. I open my heart to the truth that sets me free. Now, continuing the message. The truth that this person kept was not just a feeling, dear soul. It was a whole universe of emotions and thoughts that revolved around you without you knowing the real extent of it. The angels show that their silence was not due to lack of feeling, but rather an excess of it. There was so much bubbling inside that they couldn't find the right way to let it out. It was as if words were simply not enough to describe the depth of affection, admiration, and attraction they felt for you. The angels reveal that this person spent hours thinking about you, remembering conversations, imagining scenarios, wishing they could be closer, share more moments. Every detail of yours was noticed. Every gesture of yours was kept in memory like a treasure. And all this happened in an inner world, a secret sanctuary where you were the constant presence. This silent love taught them a lot. It taught them about patience, about the weight of non-expression, about the courage needed to be vulnerable. They learned that silence can be a trap, something that imprisons both the one who feels and the possibility of true connection. The angels say that this person feels a huge weight for having kept this secret. There is a sincere regret for not having been more open, for not having shown what they felt when they had the chance. They realize now that the lost time cannot be recovered, but that the future can still be different if they have the courage to speak. This decision to break the silence was not easy. The angels show that there were many sleepless nights, many moments of doubt and hesitation. Part of them is still afraid of your reaction, afraid that the truth might spoil the existing dynamic or shatter the image you have of them. But the desire to be authentic, to be honest with you and with themselves, finally overcame the fear. The angels say that this person started to see signs everywhere, signs that pushed them to act. A conversation with a friend that made them reflect. A song that played on the radio and seemed to speak directly to them. Or even a vivid dream about you that made them wake up with the certainty that they needed to do something. The universe is conspiring for this truth to come to light. The energies are moving in a way to create the perfect opportunity for this person to come closer and say everything they've kept inside. And when that happens, dear soul, you'll feel the strength of this release, the energy of a feeling that's been contained for so long and is now seeking its space. The angels show that this person is preparing mentally and emotionally for this conversation. They're rehearsing the words, trying to find the best way to express the depth of what they feel without seeming rushed or desperate. They want you to understand the sincerity behind their words, to realize that this decision wasn't made lightly. There's a growing vulnerability in them, a willingness to show themselves as they truly are, with all their fears and desires. And this vulnerability is a sign of the purity of the intention that moves them. The angels invite you to look at this person with compassion, to understand that their silence wasn't a reflection of the lack of value you have, but rather a reflection of the fears they carried within themselves. By opening up, they'll be offering you the chance to understand what really happened and to decide with your heart what the next step will be. This confession isn't about an instant happy ending, but about the liberation of truth. It's about opening a path to honesty, to the possibility of a deeper and more authentic connection, whatever it may be. The angels say that you have the power to decide how to receive this truth. Your reaction will shape the energy of this reunion. Being open, without prejudgments, will allow the truth to flow and healing to happen for both of you. This person who loved you in silence is about to reveal their inner universe. And when they do, dear soul, receive this truth with the wisdom of your heart. Now, before we continue this message, write in the comments 333 to call for clear and loving communication. If this message touched your heart, show your support with a cheers heaps and help spread this message of light to other people who need it. Now, continuing the message. The decision to speak didn't come out of nowhere, dear soul. The angels show that it was a slow but steady internal process that led this person to this point. The silence that once protected them began to suffocate. They realized that the weight of not being authentic, of not expressing their true feelings, was greater than the fear of rejection. The angels say that this person began to see the world differently. They started to value honesty, courage, the ability to be vulnerable more. And seeing these qualities in other people or in themselves in other contexts, they realized how much they were depriving themselves of being like that in their relationship with you. The universe has been sending clear messages to them. The angels reveal that there has been a growing synchronicity in their life, small coincidences that make them think of you or that drive them to act. It could be an unexpected encounter with someone who knows you, a conversation that made them reflect on the importance of not leaving things for later, or even the strong feeling that you're thinking of them at the exact moment they're thinking of you. Since these signs are not random, dear soul, they are the universe's way, with the help of the angels, of showing this person that the time to act is now, that the energy between you is asking to be recognized and expressed, and they're finally starting to understand this language. The angels show that this person is in a state of anticipation and nervousness. The idea of finally letting out everything they've kept inside makes them anxious, but also brings a feeling of relief. It's as if a knot is being undone in their chest. They feel that regardless of the outcome of the conversation, the simple act of speaking will already be a release. There's a growing resolution within them. There's a certainty that you need to try, that you need to get closer and tell the truth. The fear is still there, but the determination to follow the heart's impulse is stronger. The angels say that this person is preparing for the possibility of different reactions from you. They know you might be surprised, confused, or even unreceptive, but they've decided that the risk is worth it, because the weight of silence has become unbearable. They understand that by opening up, they're not just seeking a possible reunion or a new beginning, but rather seeking their own freedom, the freedom to be who they are, to express what they feel, and to no longer live hiding an essential part of themselves. The angels invite you to notice this shift in energy in them. It might be subtle, but if you're attentive, you might feel that something is different. Maybe a more direct look, a way of approaching that didn't exist before, or even a different silence, a silence that seems loaded with intention. These are the signs that the decision has been made and that the moment to speak is approaching. This person is gathering all the courage they have. They know that what they're going to say might change the dynamic between you forever, but they've decided that the truth is more important than the comfort of silence. The angels invite you to prepare, to receive this truth, to open your heart and mind to hear what this person has to say, without interruptions or prejudgments, because the words that will come will be the culmination of a long period of silent love and an internal struggle to find the courage to express it. Being ready to listen is an act of love, not just for them, but for yourself. It's allowing the truth to light the way and for things to align according to the universe's greater plan. Before continuing the message, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, take the opportunity to subscribe. This helps us continue creating meaningful content for you. Continuing the message, the angels are sending you a special sign. Your lucky number for today is 7. Write in the comments, "I receive the angel's energy. My lucky number is 7 and I am blessed. I send love and protection to the person I really like and love." The preparation for this confession is a delicate moment, dear soul, both for the person who is going to speak and for you who is going to listen. The angels show that this person is reviewing in their mind everything they want to say. They want their words to be sincere, to express the depth of what they feel, but at the same time they fear that emotion might prevent them from expressing themselves clearly. There is a genuine concern about how you will receive all this. They know that the silence has somehow broken the bridge between you, and now they are trying to rebuild that connection with the honesty of their words. The angels say that they have been asking themselves, will she understand me? Will she believe me? Is there still room for me in her heart after so long? These questions haunt them and increase their nervousness, but the decision to speak was stronger than the doubt. The angels show that this person feels an inner urgency, as if the universe is pushing them not to delay any longer. Each day that passes, the weight of silence increases, and the need to release this truth becomes more pressing. They realize that keeping this to themselves any longer would be harmful to both of you, to them who suffer with regret, and to you who might never have understood the real dimension of what was happening. The confession that is to come will not just be about an "I love you" that was kept hidden, dear soul. It will be about the why of this silence, about the fears that prevented them from acting, about the lessons they've learned from this experience. It'll be a chance for her to make amends, to show she's grown up and now has the guts to face her feelings. The angels invite her to open her heart to the possibility of forgiveness. Not a forgiveness that justifies silence or demands a return, but a forgiveness that frees herself from any resentment or bitterness that might have taken root. Forgiveness is a gift you give to yourself, allowing negative energy to dissipate and your heart to open to what the universe has in store for you. The angels say this confession can bring clarity, even if the outcome isn't a romantic reunion. The truth in itself is an act of healing. It allows you to understand what really happened, to validate your intuition that there was something more there. And in understanding, you can release the past and move forward with a lighter heart. This person is approaching with vulnerability. She knows she's exposing herself, that she's putting her heart in your hands. And this vulnerability is a sign of the sincerity of her intentions. The angels invite you to receive this vulnerability with kindness and compassion, recognizing the courage it took for her to get to this point. Prepare your heart, dear soul, to hear a story that has been kept secret for a long time. A story of silent love, of overcome fears, and of a search for authenticity. The confession is near, and what comes after will depend on your response, your ability to forgive, and your decision on what's best for your path. The angels are by your side, guiding each step of this process, ensuring that the truth, when revealed, brings light and clarity to your life. Be ready to receive the truth that sets you free. Before we continue, the angels ask you to do a release exercise. Write in the comments a list of people, including yourself, that you would like to forgive. Visualize each one of them, send love, and say, "I forgive you and set you free. May peace be with you." Feel the lightness and freedom that forgiveness brings. Repeat this practice every day to strengthen your inner peace and release anxiety. Now, continuing the message. Dear soul, the impact of this silent love on your life may have been deeper than you imagine. The angels show that even without knowing the extent of this person's feelings, your intuition picked up on this energy. Perhaps you felt an inexplicable attraction, a constant curiosity, or even a subtle frustration from not fully understanding the dynamic between you. This kept love, even if not expressed, created an invisible bond. The angels say that this person's energy, their thoughts and feelings directed at you, created an energetic connection that subtly influenced your field. That's why often you might have thought of her out of the blue, dreamed about her, or felt a strange sensation when she was nearby. These were the echoes of her silent love reaching you. The confession that is coming is not just the revelation of a feeling, but the validation of an energy you already felt. It's the confirmation that your intuition was right, that there was something more happening behind the silence. And this validation can be incredibly healing. The angels show that this revelation has the power to bring clarity to past situations that might have left you confused. Suddenly, her attitudes that seemed meaningless will make all the sense in the light of this kept love. The silence, the distance, the apparent indifference, all of this can be understood as her internal struggle with feelings too powerful to be expressed. For her, talking about what she felt in silence is an act of healing. It's releasing a weight she carried for a long time and allowing herself to be authentic. For you, dear soul, receiving this truth is also an opportunity for healing. It's the chance to unleash those unanswered questions, to forgive the silence, and to open your heart to a new perspective about this person and the dynamic between you both. The angels invite you to embrace this truth with compassion, to understand that this person, just like you, is a being in evolution, dealing with their own fears and insecurities. The silence wasn't an easy choice for them. It was a decision driven by fear, inexperience, or the limiting belief that they weren't worthy of expressing what they felt. The angels say that the beauty of this confession lies in the courage to finally show themselves, in the willingness to be vulnerable and to tell the truth, even knowing there's no guarantee of a specific response. This authenticity is sacred. It's a sign that they are on a path of growth, seeking to align their actions with their truest feelings. As you listen to what they have to say, dear soul, you'll have the opportunity to witness this transformation, to see a person who once hid behind silence now finding the voice to express what they truly feel. This experience, regardless of the outcome, is a valuable lesson for both of you. It teaches about the importance of communication, the power of vulnerability, and the courage required to live an authentic life. The angels invite you to be present in this moment with an open heart, to listen not just to the words, but to the energy behind them. Because the truth this person has to share is a gift of authenticity and courage that can bring light and healing to your life. Be ready to receive the truth and to allow it to illuminate your path. Dear soul, the time this person loved you in silence had a purpose. The angels show that this period of non-expression was not in vain. For them, it was a time of maturation, of reflection on what truly mattered, of confronting their own fears and insecurities. It was a time when their feelings for you grew and solidified, becoming something undeniable within their heart. The angels say that the universe used this silence to prepare this person for the moment when they would finally have the courage to speak. It was a period of forced learning about the weight of inauthenticity and the importance of being vulnerable. And that's why the confession that's coming won't be superficial. It will be the result of a long internal process. For you, dear soul, this time of silence also had a purpose. The angels show that it was a period for you to grow, to strengthen, to connect more deeply with yourself. Perhaps you've learned to value your intuition, to trust your feelings, even when external reality seemed to contradict them. It was a time for you to focus on yourself, on your own well-being, and on your own path. And that's why when this person comes to talk, you'll be in a different place. Stronger, more centered, more connected with your truth. The angels say that the universe orchestrated the timing of this confession so that it would happen at the most opportune moment for both of you, at the moment when they were ready to be authentic, and when you were ready to receive this truth with an open heart, without the same fears or insecurities of the past. There is a divine synchronicity in this reunion. The angels show that everything is aligning for this conversation to happen in the most beneficial way possible. It doesn't mean it will be easy or without emotion, but it does mean that the energies are in favor of clarity and healing. This person is finally understanding that silence wasn't the solution. It was merely a postponement of something that needed to be said, and this understanding has freed them to act. The angels invite you to trust in this process. Believe that the universe is working in your favor, bringing to light the truths that need to be revealed for your growth and happiness. The silence is over, the waiting is done, and now the truth is ready to be told. Prepare yourself, dear soul, to hear what this person's heart has held on to for so long. And know that no matter what happens next, the simple fact that this truth is coming out is a fundamental step towards your healing and alignment with your path. The angels are celebrating this courage, this willingness to break the silence and seek authenticity. And they are by your side, offering support and guidance in every step of this new unfolding in your life. Trust in the wisdom of divine timing and the strength of your own heart. Share this video with 2 loved ones who need this message of hope and faith. Let's build a chain of love and mutual support together. Leave a comment with a prayer for your guardian angel. Now continue in the message. Dear soul, with this person's imminent confession, a range of future possibilities opens up before you. The angels show that this revelation is not an end point, but a new beginning. Not necessarily the beginning of a romantic relationship, although that is a possibility, but a beginning of clarity, honesty, and a transformed dynamic between you. This person, by opening up, is offering you the chance to deeply understand what happened and to finally align the energy between you. The angels say that by hearing their truth, You will have the opportunity to validate your own feelings and intuitions. Perhaps you've always felt that there was something more there, something left unsaid. This confession will confirm that feeling and help you trust even more in your own inner wisdom. The possibilities that unfold are endless. It may be that this confession revives feelings you've held onto, opening up space to explore a new path together, based on the honesty and vulnerability that was previously lacking. It may be that this truth brings a deep understanding, and even if there is no romantic future, the relationship between you transforms into a friendship based on respect and clarity. Or it may be that this confession serves as a closing point, allowing you to release the past and move forward with the certainty that you were loved, even if in silence. The angels show that your response to this confession is powerful. You have the agency to decide how you want this story to continue. Your reaction, driven by your heart and your intuition, will determine the path that opens up next. There is no right or wrong answer, dear soul, only the answer that resonates with your deepest truth and what you desire for your future. The angels invite you to listen to the confession with an open heart, to feel what resonates within you, and to make your decision from this space of authenticity. Don't feel pressured to react in a specific way. Allow yourself to feel, process, and respond in accordance with what is best for your highest good. This revelation is a gift of clarity. It is an opportunity for you to see this person in a new light, to understand the complexities of the human heart, and to recognize the courage that is needed to be vulnerable. The angels say that, regardless of the outcome of the conversation, you will come out of this experience stronger and more connected to your own truth. You have learned about the importance of communication, about the weight of silence, and about the invaluable worth of honesty. This lesson will accompany you in all your future relationships, guiding you towards more authentic and transparent connections. The person who loved you in silence is about to break down the barriers that separated them from you. And in doing so, she's opening the door to a new chapter, a chapter written with words that were once kept hidden. Be ready, dear soul, to embrace the possibilities that this truth brings and to choose the path that resonates most with your happiness and growth. The angels are with you, celebrating your strength and wisdom. Dear soul, the moment of truth is knocking at the door. The person who loved you in silence can no longer carry this weight, and the decision to speak has become an imperative for their own peace and freedom. The angels show that she feels she has reached the limit of her ability to keep these feelings hidden. It's as if the contained energy is forcing its way out, desperately seeking the light of expression. This person has realized that silence no longer protects her. On the contrary, it keeps her trapped in a cycle of regret and unfulfilled desire. The angels say that she sees her own courage in other aspects of life and wonders why this same courage does not extend to her feelings for you. There is a search for congruence, to align what she feels inside with what she expresses outside. And you, dear soul, are the key to this congruence. The confession that is approaching is not just an attempt at reconnection, but an act of authenticity. It is the demonstration that she is ready to be vulnerable, to show her weaknesses and fears in the name of the truth of her heart. The angels show that this person is aware of the risks. She knows that you may not receive the confession in the way she hopes, but the need to free herself from the weight of silence is greater than the fear of rejection. She is choosing the freedom of expression over the comfort of omission. The angels invite you to honor this courage, to recognize that for some people, talking about deep feelings is a monumental challenge, something that requires an inner strength that we often underestimate. The fact that this person is willing to do this for you, to expose themselves in this way, speaks volumes about the depth of the feeling they have kept hidden. This confession will bring an end to the period of silence, an end that can lead to a new beginning or a clear end point. But regardless of the path that opens up, the truth will have been spoken, and that in itself is already a giant step towards healing and clarity. The angels say that you have an active role in this moment. Your energy, your receptivity, your ability to listen with an open heart will influence how this conversation unfolds. By being centered in your own truth and willing to hear hers, you create a sacred space for honesty to flourish. This person who loved you in silence is ready to reveal the full extent of that feeling. She is ready to say what she has kept in her heart for so long. And when she does, dear soul, receive this truth as a gift of courage, of vulnerability, and of a love that sought the light to set itself free. The angels are by your side, enveloping you in light and protection as this truth unfolds. Trust the process and trust in the strength of your own heart to guide you in the next steps. Dear soul, the intensity of this person's desire to speak has reached its peak. The silence that once defined her is now a prison from which she longs to break free. The angels show that the energy of the universe is aligning to create the perfect opportunity for this confession to happen. It could be an unexpected encounter, a conversation that arises naturally, or a moment of sudden courage driven by a clear sign. This person feels that there is no longer any way to avoid what needs to be said. The angels say that she is revisiting in her mind all the moments when she could have spoken and did not. Each missed opportunity has become a weight, and now she is determined not to let this chance slip away. There's a sense of now or never hanging over her, driving her to overcome fear and take the necessary step. The confession will be a release for her. It will be the opportunity to let out everything she's kept inside, to be transparent, and to finally align her words with the feelings of her heart. The angels show that this honesty will bring a lightness she hasn't felt in a long time. The weight of the secret will be lifted, and a new space will open up for authenticity. For you, dear soul, this confession will be a revelation. It will be the chance to understand what was truly going on in this person's heart, and to validate your own intuition. The angels invite you to receive this truth with wisdom and compassion, remembering that her silence was not a reflection of your lack of worth, but rather of the difficulties and fears she faced. This person is approaching with an open and vulnerable heart. She has no guarantees of how you will react, but the need to be truthful has overcome any uncertainty. The angels say that this courage is something to be admired, a sign that she is on a path of growth and seeking her own truth. When she speaks, listen carefully. Allow her words to reach you and resonate in your heart. Feel the energy of the truth being released. The angels invite you to respond from your space of authenticity, honoring your own feelings and your own path. There is no obligation to reciprocate, only the opportunity to receive the truth and decide with your heart what the next step will be. The time of silence is over. The time for truth has come, and the angels are by your side, dear soul, supporting you in this moment of revelation and transformation. Be ready to listen and to respond from the strength of your heart. The truth is ready to be spoken. Before we continue this message, if you haven't left your comment yet, right now. True love always finds a way. This act strengthens the energy of the connection that the angels are bringing to you. Now, continuing the message. Dear soul, the culmination of the angel's message has arrived. The person who has loved you in silence for so long can no longer contain the truth in their heart. The weight of what was left unsaid has become unbearable, and the energy of the universe propels her forward, towards you, with the words that were kept hidden. The angels show that this person felt each day of silence as a day of missed opportunity. She now realizes the invaluable worth of your presence and the depth of the feeling she has cultivated for you. And this realization has led her to the final decision to speak. The confession that is about to happen will not be a mere whisper. It will be a clear expression, a release of everything that was hidden. The angels say that she is ready to be completely vulnerable, to expose her fears, her insecurities, and above all, the truth of the love she felt in silence. There is an urgency in her actions now, a determination that overcomes any previous hesitation. This person feels that she can no longer delay, that the time to break the silence is now. The angels invite you to be fully present for this moment, to open your ears and your heart to hear the words that will come, without filters or prejudgments. Remember, dear soul, that for her, this is an act of immense courage, a step towards her own authenticity. The revelation of the truth has the power to transform the dynamic between you forever. It will bring clarity to the past, validate your intuition, and open new possibilities for the future. The angels say that you have the power to decide how to respond to this truth. Your inner wisdom will guide you towards the path that resonates with your greatest good. Trust yourself and your heart. This person who loved you in silence is coming your way with the truth, and this truth, dear soul, has the power to free, to heal, and to open paths you might have never even imagined existed. If this message resonated with you and your situation, write in the comments, "The truth of love always finds its way." Share your experiences in the comments. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more inspiring content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.